Listen, the word sacrifice is always and forever in action. And it's about, what are you giving up? Everything in this life is about an exchange and an offering. So most people don't recognize sacrifice is literally giving something to get something, letting go of something in order to obtain something. And in most cases, most people are trading off their better potential, their higher reality, their best possible selves, and their evolution and their progression for consistent regression that is attached to low-level rewards. Now let's de-articulate that and break it down to real simple shit. People who are walking around massively obese, trust me, I'm not afraid to talk the truth and state the obvious. People who are walking around massively obese consistently trade off their actual physique, their health, and lead themselves down a path of obesity, which is actually a disease that comes with the comorbidities, high blood pressure, all that other wild shit, makes you heavier in life, right? They're trading off their physiological freedom, their biological health, for fucking what? They can't give up what? Snacks and fucking indulging in shit? You can't get up and move? So basically, for the pleasure, for the comfort, you're trading off your better healthy potential for selfish indulgences. You see what I'm saying? That's the major give up energy, and it goes off into a whole range and a whole gamut and spectrum of different types of sacrifices. The people who really make it in this world, who have respectable results, are the people who identify, organize, and are willing to give up things that no longer serve any higher function besides simple pleasure. You see what I'm saying? Simple bodily pleasure, simple taste, perception, sensory world things. You know what I mean? Like, I had to give up whatever was holding me back in order for me to be my best self. And you have to be ready to give up whatever is holding you back in order to be your best self. When I was smoking Newports, when I was drinking alcohol, when I was running around fucking these bitches, when I was doing all this extra shit, right? All this literally extra shit, I had to ask myself at a certain point, listen, do you want to be a fucking degenerate and continuously like decrease the quality of your own life because you have a conscience and you're aware of that? It's called honesty, right? Or do you want to live the best life possible? You only got one life to live, you feel me? And if you truly value it, if you talk this gratitude shit, you would never defile, you would never depreciate, you would never defecate the things that you are grateful for. It's motherfuckers in this world that if you step on their shoes, they be ready to kill you, right? But they're sitting there smoking a Newport, drinking a 40 ounce. This is when you start to realize people's values are cockeyed like a motherfucker and they're not thinking on clear levels. Who taught you this? How did you learn that? You need to unlearn and reprogram and put yourself at the higher value, because in that paradigm, the shoes are more valuable than your own life to you. You see what I'm saying? So this is when you start to realize life is about sacrifices and exchanges, and we're always giving up something in order to obtain something, you feel me? And the power of going without is the best level of sacrifice, you feel me? Because it's not about adding things into your life, it's about slowly removing the things that you know are holding you back from being that. And the things that are holding you back are the things that you are choosing to add to your life for whatever selfish reason possible. The only reason a person is gonna do drugs or do substances is because implicitly they have an emotional issue. And that's a fucking fact. There's no reason in the world that one would ingest or add anything to themselves, right? Especially chemicals, right? If there were no perceived benefit in that. And the only perceived benefit that anybody ever says is that it's a feeling. You feel me? So you don't feel good internally. So in order to remedy that, instead of doing the work to sit with yourself, to learn yourself, to study yourself, to be yourself, to become yourself, to master yourself, what you choose is to use this low-level tool to mask it. But every time you do this low-level tool, if you're smoking, you're harming the cells in your lungs. Let's keep it like that, you feel me? Or you're deoxygenating your blood. It's a whole list of shit that I could talk about, you feel me? If you're drinking alcohol, you're adding ethanol to the cellular integrity. Like, I don't want to get so articulated that the common individual is no longer to understand what I have to say. But I have to put it in certain words because you have to understand this shit is really real. So it's like, the question is, why not do it? They're like, oh, why shouldn't I? The question is, why do it in the first place? Why add things to your life? Adding things always comes with a cost. Letting things go always leads you to be more efficient. And that's the truth of the story. So when you are moving in this life, you need to realize if you ever want to elevate, if you ever want to grow, you have to be willing to let go of the things that are holding you back. I had to let go of the things that were adding to my sickness in order to get to my health. I had to let go of the things that were adding to my enslavement and my dependency to get my independency and my mastery. You feel me? It's literally about, are you going to feed your sickness or are you going to nurture your wellness? Are you going to cultivate mastery or are you going to continue to be dependent and lean into slavery? The free man is the free man is the free man is the free man. What that means is free is independent. As soon as you put anything dependent on it, then you have no longer freedom, therefore you are not free. It's as simple as that. So who do you want to be? Be free of these negative emotions to begin with. It's about using the proper tools and earning your self-respect. You're not going to get positive emotions by bypassing nature, homie. You feel me? And every time you try to bypass nature, the law of equivalent exchange is always going to take something from you. Unless you align with nature's laws and apply yourself and give as an offering the energy that it is, you think it's a workout. No, it's actually vibrating and becoming one with the universe to the point where you're offering positive energy and then you're naturally rewarded with positive energy. Instead of you trying to not give any energy and then you're using this tool to shortcut all of that. You want to smoke, you want to drink, you want to masturbate, you want to do all this other shit because you personally want the reward without giving. Right, we're on to all the bullshit. And you need to realize this within yourself because the only person you're fucking over is yourself. So if you ever want to actually achieve a higher quality life, if you ever want to evolve, if you ever want to elevate, if you ever want to feel good and have internal peace that you're obviously seeking through shit that's fucking your life up anyway, right, because you don't want to do the work, because you don't want to sit, because you don't want to give, you just want to take, ingest. You want everything to pass through you. You're in for a rude awakening, you feel me? If you ever want to do that growth, you're gonna have to go through the growth and do the work, you feel me? And it's as simple as that. Like you can't go through you can't shortcut this shit, you feel me? And the spoils of life and the rewards of life goes to those who are willing to do the work, you know? And at any point you realize that you giving up your vision for some bullshit, wake the fuck up and start to make the sacrifices necessary. I'm making the sacrifices at this point, you feel me? I don't want nothing to do with my own demise, and that's it. I don't want nothing to do with my own demise. Y'all got everything to do with your own downfall. Be ready to let go and be ready to grow. Sign up for the program so you can stay close to the mindset. You'll get the blueprint. I got a lot of people who got the blueprint, but why can't they follow the blueprint? Because they're not ready to give up the shit that's holding them back in the first place. You need to mature spiritually, and then everything else will be added unto you in this life. Trust and believe that. Results is results, you heard? Anyway, YWY, your world is yours. Consider vibrations raised. Hop on the motherfucking program. This is not about no motherfucking workout. This is literally about creating your better self. Like, you don't realize how bad you're making your own life. And you need to actually say, you know what? I love myself. I respect myself. I value myself more than these shoes, more than these fucking donuts, more than this bullshit food. You feel me? More than the lies that I keep telling myself. Right? And actually get practical solutions so you can move on to the higher planes of your own existence. But until you fix the problems that you are having on your current plane, you're never going to elevate to the next plane. YWY, your world is yours. Evolution, only solution. Self-mastery, only success. Consider vibrations raised. I love and appreciate y'all.